Hello, welcome to Cover, Catechism of the Catholic Church. My name is Jillian Cook. I'm a Father Called Missionary, and this is episode 5. Today we're going to look at the accusation that Jesus did not did not worship the one true God of Israel. And we've seen in the last 2 episodes, according to 587, we've seen that the law and the temple could both be occasions of opposition for Jesus, but that the real stumbling block for them was that he had a role in the redemption of sins, that his claim, which of course is true, that he was there to redeem sins and he was connected to that. And not only did he scandalized them, of course, as we mentioned before many times, by eating with tax collectors, eating with sinners, having a good relationship with them. Essentially, his mercy scandalized. And he went even further, and he said that those who do not think they need mercy, those who do not think they need salvation, are kidding themselves. They're being blind. And so he was speaking directly to those who followed the Jewish law and thought that by following the Jewish law, they were indeed ipso facto saved. That's 588. 589, we know that he was above all. The real stumbling block is when he says that the way that I'm treating the merciful is exactly how God treats the merciful. So he was crazy already for being merciful himself, but now he's saying that God is merciful as Jesus was merciful, which of course is true because Jesus is God. But it was most especially by the forgiving of sins that the Pharisees and the Sadducees, the religious authorities of Israel, really got into a dilemma. Because if they agreed that he forgives sins, then they were blaspheming. And if they wanted to go up against him, then he had to be blaspheming. So one of them was going to be wrong either way. To consent to it would be absolutely out of the picture, because only God could save sins, and to acknowledge this man as God was a problem. Right? He identifies himself as God, and that's the only way he could be justified for forgiving sins, and that's where the dilemma is. And he says it many times. He says it when he says, "He who is not with me is against me." Something greater than Jonah, something greater than Solomon, something greater than the temple, something, when he identifies himself with the before Abraham was, I am. He identifies himself with the God of Moses, and I and the Father are one. These are all problems for Israel's authorities. And so Jesus, though, asked them regardless to believe in him just because of the works he's done. If you can't believe in me because you hear my words, then believe in me because I've proven to you that I in fact am the Lord. But that is quite a demand, and it requires quite a conversion, according to paragraph 591. And it requires quite a conversion, and it actually allows us to understand a little bit the dilemma that the Sanhedrin were in, and the tragic misunderstanding that they had of Jesus, that we can both claim to be acting at the same time both ignorantly, because they did not know, and they were following what they knew, at least cerebrally, and yet the hardness of their unbelief, their unwillingness to convert. So today I invite all of us to pray for a deeper conversion, that we do not fall into the traps of being Pharisees or Sanhedrin in the sense of opposed to Jesus, but rather that we embrace Jesus and that we allow his mercy not only to flourish in the world, but we allow his mercy to touch each one of us and allow that to convert us to become holier and holier, more and more a child of God. Thank you so much. Hope to see you soon. God bless.